Tonight on A Simple Samurai's Amazing Videos of Joy. Yeah, don't know where I'm going to go with this. Just be happy that this isn't a Bloomberg ad, okay? Um, yeah, so I figured this was kind of an obvious comparison. But before I get into the comparisons, yes. Um, I I've been noticing that there's been a plethora, a resurgence in Ultra Sabers mystery box videos. There's a lot of them, and I just watched one on Facebook a little while ago, a few short moments ago, and it was one of the more entertaining videos, uh, unboxing videos I'd seen in a while. It had cats, so I mean, what more can you want? Anyway, on the whole subject of unboxing videos, there's a lot of basic standard hilts going out there into the community writ large, and I've noticed that a lot of people have kind of gotten into sort of repurposing these sabers and making them more interesting. And two examples, two examples. One is there's Blue Force Sabers, and he's been repurposing a lot of the basic hilts into Sith flavored hilts, Jedi saber hilts, and the like. He's been gussying up a few of them, and they sell like hotcakes. They're super popular, and to be perfectly honest, I mean all of his hilts are really amazing. But I think people are really particularly interested in the hilts that he's been producing, because as soon as he puts up a video on Facebook, it's gone, skivich. And two, there's a fella, and he seems to be kind of weathering and modifying these hilts and kind of gussying up the electronics also. Maybe not to the degree of Blue Force Sabers. And he's been selling them on eBay. Can't remember who he is, but I saw one this morning and I had to buy it. It was, I think, an Initiate V3 LE, and he had weathered it, and it comes with a violet amethyst blade, and he gussied it up, and it just looks so damn cool. He put a kind of like a silver color wrap, a little silver colored wrap on it, and it was kind of weathered in like this interesting patina. And that particular hilt has two sort of choke points, one here, and it kind of reminds me a lot. The design reminds me a lot of the Saber Trio Arclight, and I just couldn't resist it. I had to buy it, and of course it has the you can switch out the LEDs, and apparently he went in there and like kind of fortified the electronics, and it's just a stunt saber. But that's kind of all I really wanted anyway, was a stunt saber. If I see he produces something with a red blade, like I need to get an Ultra Sabers, like a black hilt, something standard with a red blade. I for some reason I've been kind of craving one, and I'm torn between actually just placing an Ultra Sabers mystery box order, and just kind of taking my chances. I mean, the chances are quite good that you'll probably get one, because if you get a black hilt, like 99% of the time it comes with a red blade or something else that's sort of Sith colored, or doing a grab bag so you actually get what you want. But I like you take my chance and see if maybe I get sound for that extra $5. The gamble's completely worth it. Or just buying something direct, because I've been thinking, gee, it'd be kind of cool to get a Dark Prophecy with a red blade, maybe a Tri-Cree red. I don't know. A lot of things that I'm interested in getting. And anyway, so the whole time I've been rambling on, you've been looking at these sabers, and these are obviously Kanan Jarrus's sabers. This is kind of like a David and Goliath sort of comparison here of sorts. So here is Ultra Sabers Spectre, and this is a V3, although the soundboard for some reason doesn't have all the fonts in it, just has Obsidian Light. But I've seen the soundboard, and unless it's broken, I should be able to install all the regular fonts on it. But I haven't gotten around to doing that because I don't really care. And I think this thing has that it's kind of like a blue, violet, blue, purple kind of mix for the LEDs, whatever it's called. I haven't been able to figure it out. But this, of course, is my Saber Forge, my Saber Forge Eris, and this has an Arctic blue. And you've seen the crummy review that I did for this saber with my crummy camera that I'm never going to use and will probably sell, and was sorely, sorely disappointed with the quality and very, very apologetic for making everybody sit through that. The thing had this like little sliver of a mic on one side of the camera. So every time I move the camera a little bit, and I do like a freestyle. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but my whole shtick is this freestyle kind of approach to recording the videos, and that's just what suits me and what I like to do. So if you don't like it, tough. Anyway, so the location of my mouth and the voice coming out of it, and as I move the camera, like it is, and then it would come back, and then it would come back, and then it would go back. It was really annoying, just like what I just did, and then the camera was kind of blurry, and it was like just what a mess. $200, just gone like that. Anyway, so back to the Sabers. Yeah, they're really, really not terribly similar. I mean, the pommel's completely different, handle's completely different. One does not have a control box. One does have a control box. Greeble, no greeble. About the only similar thing is the Suba and the emitter. And that's just about it. And even that, like the emitter on this, the little shroud piece, that doesn't even have windows on it. But the Spectre does have windows on it. And that's really nice. I love these windows. I really like the Spectre. But I mean, I like the Eris too. One thing there is you get this little, I forget what, it's got like pins in it. And it's called something specific, but I don't remember what it is right now. And the Eris doesn't actually have the pins. It'd be kind of cool if the Eris did have the pins. I would like that. But they chose not to do that. So therefore, ergo, one has to accept that as just part of reality. The handle on the Eris is gloriously comfortable. This is just like, you could just sit there and go like this all day long. Oh, that feels so good. That is, oh, that's quite nice. Is that lovely? Yes, very smooth, very comfortable. Nothing sharp. Yeah, very nice. But that being said, the Spectre, if you choose to get it, has this wonderful little circuit board kind of pattern on it. And yeah, I ordered anytime that you can get kind of the engraving on one of Ultra Saber's hilts, and I love the feel. It's sort of like this velvety feel that they always put on all these higher end Ultra Sabers, and some of the lower ones too. Almost feels like there's like a I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like rubbing your hand on a record. Anybody ever? Half of you have probably never even seen a record. We used to have these things in the old days. They were called records, and we used to listen to our music on the soundies, and they were going like on a round table, and you put a needle on it. Yeah, it's just like a record. Back when like recordings actually were recorded on things rather than digital recordings, which are kind of different. Anyway, different times, different age. That's what happens when you're thousands of years old. And yeah, so yeah, my Empress that I've pre-ordered, which I'm still trying to reconcile the issues with that. I had to get that pattern on it, and I will always get that pattern because it's a nice touch. And then obviously, unless you consider the actual like kill key kind of a substitute for the greeble that's here. I'm actually a big fan of greebles, and the Eris is completely clean, and the Spectre is not, has this huge little cube dealy. It's a positronic backflow resonant regulator shield unit. Yes, that's what it is. and this controls the diameter of the blade and the length while adjusting the flow resonance and while it recirculates into the positron correlator. Yep, that's what that does. Yeah, what else? Differences. So the Spectre has little cubes on the pommel. The Eris went with vents, and so let's do noise now. Ready for some noise?
Forge, gun metal.
So let's get right down in there, right down into pommel territory here. We'll ignite the Spectre and go bonk. Hold on here, we're balanced precariously. So the Spectre, I mean the holes are very teensy toonsy and not too much sound gets out. But on the Eris, very loud and bassy. I'd have to say the Eris wins. That's it for the sound. Actually, no, I have to kind of do the blade color too. This isn't the ideal situation. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do you guys a solid. I'm going to turn off the lights here, and you guys are going to get the light show. Okay? So we're doing a little bit of everything today. You know what I mean? All right. Try not to trip on anything. Make more of a fool of myself than I already have. I really love the brightness of the Eris. And, I don't know, this saber with the flicker works particularly well. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. This is what it's all about, is it not? Yeah, it is. Whoa, don't go away. Stop it. Stay. You will stay where I put you. All right. Try not to trip on a cat. Yeah, so there you have it. That's enough of that. Let there be light. Oh, look at this. I've made a mess. Of everything. Look at that. What a disaster. Let's fix this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no. Ah. Oh. Foolishness. Total abject foolishness. Yeah. This is why you watch my videos, for the struggle. The ever prevalent struggle. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. That's a comparison video for you. Comparing what is essentially David and Goliath. Two completely different takes on the Cain and Jairus saber theme. I wish I had an Aries, because that would go like nice sandwiched right in there somewhere. Well, probably balloon fit. I'd have to do that. Yeah. Then I'd put it in there, and you could see, it would be, a case of wee, not so wee, and friggin' huge. So we don't have that. We just have these two. Anyway, so that's the comparison, and I hope you found some kind of joy and amusement in my efforts there. And there it goes. The saber just is trying to kill itself, It's trying to kill itself. It will not stay. There we go. So I better end this video before this thing rolls away and tries to kill itself. And yeah, please, by all means, subscribe. I would really like it if you did that. And comment away. I haven't really had all the time in the world to answer all the comments lately, but I definitely do read them, and I appreciate them. And some of them are just sort of open-ended, and I just kind of go, okay, yeah. Ultra Sabers, yeah, customer service sucks at this point. I'm just sort of like, I don't even know what I can say anymore. It's just sort of, it is what it is. Nothing's changing. The situation just keeps kind of getting worse and worse. I think personally, amongst everything that everyone has been saying about Ultra Sabers and their service and all the excuses and the reason, I think the number one reason is essentially, I think they're just focusing on mystery boxes. It seems to be they're just selling thousands and thousands of them. I think that's really where they're making all their money right now, is mystery boxes. I don't know. It could be completely wrong. I mean, I've got, high priced Sabers coming, and who cares about that? But people get their mystery boxes in like 4 days to a week to 2 weeks. I feel really bad. One of my subscribers had commented on the other video about the customer service and said that he had been waiting 7 weeks. 7 weeks is too long. And I encourage you, if you are waiting for more than 4 weeks for your Saber from Ultra Sabers, I mean, obviously, the only recourse we have is to email them. And the general email is kind of ineffective. Like I said in one of my previous videos, if you go through your emails and you find a name, I mean, I have a name, but I don't really feel comfortable giving said name out, lest I just don't really, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's not really my place. So I don't mean to come off as greedy. I mean, that is definitely part of it. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable giving out like people's names. But suffice to say, if you hear someone mention a name and that particular name was mentioned in one of my feeds, you can usually go name at ultrasabers.com and that'll probably work. So hint, hint, hint. That's something to you gotta put 2 and 2 together and get 4. Yes, 4, and come up with your own. Come up with your own stratagems for getting customer service from those guys. At any rate, that's the end of this video. So, like I said, comment, like, or vehemently dislike with all the searing passion of 1,000 blazing suns, if that suits you, if that works, better for you. Other than that, I appreciate you watching. You guys are epic, and I will, I think, probably have some, hopefully, if everything works out well, I'll have at least one Ultra Sabers unboxing tomorrow, and maybe you'll find my oh, here, okay. Well, you thought you were almost done. Like I have a Saberforge Phoenix, and apparently that arrived last Tuesday at my post office, and I have delivery confirmation at my post office. And tracking number says it was delivered at my post office, and I don't have it. So with the holiday and everything, I've had to wait an extra couple days, and I've got to go to the post office and ask them where this $300 Saber is. So I'm not particularly pleased with the United States Postal Service at this juncture, because if they've lost it, because I know the shipper shipped it. And, the seller shipped it, and if the post office lost it, that's just, I don't know. I gotta recoup my losses, but I want the Saber, so hopefully that's at the post office and they just forgot about it. We'll see what happens. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I hope you have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye. Blue ring of doom this time.